Nobody ever talks about this. But the number one thing people complain about when they move to Charleston, traffic. We're gonna talk in this video what the 3 best tips are to avoid bad traffic when moving to Charleston and to decide if this is even a place you wanna move. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because I talk about stuff like this, about whether you should move to Charleston or not, the pros and the cons, every single week on a new video. Hey y'all, I'm Matt O'Neill. I'm a Charleston local. I'm a realtor, a business owner here, and I just love helping people move to Charleston. Today we're gonna be talking about traffic and the 3 best tips that you can use to avoid bad traffic and make a good moving decision about moving to Charleston. But first, let's hear what your commute is currently like. Just put the number of minutes in the comments on how long it takes you to get to work right now. Is it 10, 20, 30, or 60? Just put a number down in the comments so we can see what we're dealing with. Here's the truth. Charleston traffic is not the best part of Charleston. We've got a city divided by so many bridges. To get to downtown from James Island, you gotta go over a bridge that goes over the Ashley River. To get from downtown to Mount Pleasant, you gotta go over the Cooper River Bridge. To get from Mount Pleasant to Daniel Island, you go over the Daniel Island Bridge. To get to Daniel Island to North Charleston, there's a bridge, and so on. Because we're divided by so many waterways, Charleston has a lot of bridges. That makes expanding our road system really difficult. And Charleston's like the coolest place ever to live, so everyone moves here, and so it creates kind of a traffic problem. But let's talk about 3 ways that we can win when moving to Charleston with traffic. Tip number 1, you want to be going in the non-resistant way of traffic. Most of the traffic during rush hour is coming from Summerville into downtown. That is when traffic is at its worst, and that's in the morning. So if you want to avoid that traffic, you're going to want to live closer to downtown or maybe even North Charleston, Hanahan, James Island, and be traveling towards Summerville. That's going to be a freer way. All right, but then when it's rush hour the opposite time of day, like 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, the traffic is leaving downtown Charleston and going back to Summerville. So your worst traffic is going to be along I-26 or I-526 coming from Summerville to Charleston in the morning and then going from Charleston to Summerville in the afternoon. You want to avoid those 2 parts of the commute if you possibly can. Tip number 2, know your timing. All right, we've got 2 rush hour times a day. My favorite thing to do is to commute before rush hour. So if you're an early riser, come into work early. That means maybe start your commute at 6:30 or 7 in the morning. Get to work before anyone else does and then leave before anyone else does. If you can leave the office at 2:30 before that 3 o'clock starts of that rush, you're gonna have clear highways and you're gonna save at least 30 minutes on your commute. If you love to avoid traffic and have smooth sailing roads, be sure to hit that like button right now. Tip number 3, use the apps. My favorite app is Waze. I'm constantly using the Waze app before I drive anywhere in Charleston because it shows me what parts of Charleston are backed up and what the fastest route is going to be. So use technology to your advantage to avoid the traffic. In summary, you want to go with the flow of traffic and not against it. So make sure that during the heaviest rush hour times, you're going the opposite direction. And then number 2, avoid the peak times of rush hour, that 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. and then that 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Those are the worst times. Try to travel in between those times. And tip number 3, use technology. I love the Waze app. It's going to make your life a lot simpler. Hey, if you want help finding a Charleston home that's out of the traffic nightmare of Charleston, reach out to us at Matt O'Neill Real Estate. It's what we do. We can tell you where to live that's close to your work or where to live that's going to avoid traffic to and from work, where you really enjoy living here in Charleston. You just go to mattoneillrealestate.com. And if you love staying in touch with what's going on, the down low of what's really happening in Charleston, hit that subscribe button because we post new videos about what it's really like to live in Charleston every week. We'll see you on the next video.